Enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
All right, Brad, you're still in studio, so you got to help us with our podcast intros. Brad Thor, author of Hidden Order.
Brad Thor,
Get it now.
That for you.
Oh, you're going to sign my book?
Yep.
And we got to intro the podcast bits here.
Oh, which ones?
O&A Fire, old man from McDonald's. Remember him?
This is taking you way back. I don't know when this was. When was it?
I don't know.
It was a long time ago.
A couple of years ago, an old guy's been at McDonald's longer than anyone else, and it was a big news story, so we decided to get him on the phone, and then we decided to fire him.
Yeah, ruin his life.
Did we ruin his life, though?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Did he just recently, he's 88 years old or something? He's working at McDonald's. I think he's back in the news. I don't know. Maybe
All
we
right,
should
so
fire him
then this
again.
will make sense to people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could just lie and say, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
And the last one, congratulations, eBay highest bidder. What should we do with this?
Oh!
Yo, Brad, we're introing podcast
We're gonna
bits.
intro
Just
podcast. What do you want me
sign-
to
you know
do?
what?
Where do you want me back at the mic?
Sign
Yes,
it.
I said that
All right,
earlier.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sign it, and then after show.
After show.
After show.
Congratulations.
Giveaway.
Giveaway? Okay.
Congratulations, lucky winner.
All right,
Yes.
McDonald's O&A, that's us. We fire the old man. Check it out. Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neill.
Good morning.
I teased this before the break. It's a quickie, but I just got to acknowledge something here. Man honored for 50 years of service at McDonald's.
Oh, I took a guess.
This scumbag that owns this fucking restaurant. What a piece of shit.
Why?
I'll tell you why. A 68-year-old man who still works.
Filet of fish sandwich.
Who still works at the first McDonald's restaurant in Missouri, has been honored for 50 years of service. This guy, Leonard Romberg, began his job at a McDonald's restaurant in the St. Louis suburb of Crestwood in 1959, the year after it opened, and he still works there 5 days a week. He's 68 years old.
Is he his least assistant manager? Did they give him a key to the
I need to know
to the
more.
freezer?
You're assistant to the assistant manager of McDonald's. Isn't this great?
The story only has one more line, but it's unbelievable. KSDK TV reports that the restaurant's owner, Patrick and Tom Hillmeyer, thanked Romberg for his 50 years of service on Wednesday with a cake, gifts, and a St. Louis Cardinals jersey. That's for 50 fucking years. And the gifts, if they were real gifts, they would be listed like a new car, this, that. It just says gifts. So it's shitty little...
Can we call him?
Knickknacks.
Yeah, let's call him. A
Give him a
guy
call.
works for you for 50 years.
Yeah, could we please call us McDonald's for a second? Just
I
to,
want to hear
It
that.
bothers you, right?
just to
I don't
say,
even know this guy.
Is this guy still on fries?
Do the whole. You know what?
Does he have carpal tunnel syndrome when he's trying to?
Now, obviously,
See,
the,
get
call,
these
the
guys
call's
on the
got to be
line.
made. Look, the call's got to be made smart, and I hope people can do this. You got to make the call into the guys that, wow, we heard the story. It's very interesting.
Oh,
50
yes,
years, blah, blah, blah. So that's how don't call and go, we want to realize, we want to know why you're such scumbags, so could you come on the air with us? Be smart.
You're saying that Steve kind of ruins it.
They
a little
have
bit?
to know they're on the air. They're going on a radio show, but they don't have to know that, we're pretty much just going to drill them.
Yeah, the information.
Hello.
The information.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's try to get. We got to get this guy on the line. What the 50 years? And you just gave him shitty stuff. A cake, gifts means
He's in
Yeah,
there
what were
right
the
now
gifts?
making a McSausage sandwich.
Just
right
making
now,
breakfast for
Right.
somebody.
with his knuckles. He probably has some old man knuckles that are just his index finger is probably bent to the left.
I got arthritis.
Fucking old bastard.
And there he is.
There's no loyalty anymore, and you wonder why. The guy gave you 50 years, and you gave him a shitty fucking
50
St. Louis Cardinals jersey and
Oh,
a
is
cake.
this the news story?
He
Hold
worked
on.
there
Start this
before.
over.
Been there longer than it.
He worked there before the M.
Hold on.
Now,
What was that?
home to the only
Do you know it's the Golden Arches? It was the arch.
It was just the arch?
They weren't M's.
Oh, you always want to fucking... What, so you're saying it was an N. All right, we get it. You invented McDonald's.
No.
Holy shit.
Nah, niggamania.com will dispel that. it was just arches like a.
Nah,
I'm telling you, it wasn't
You're
a
trying to say
M the whole
Was it?
time.
you're trying to say the Arches is really just a lazy N.
What? Oh, stop. Stop now. It was Now I didn't know this. I thought it was an M for McDonald's.
In Philly, in a few places they got the original way it used to look, and that's a M is a golden M. That's not a golden arch. It's like the golden arches used to be arches, like the actual.
True. What was the thought behind golden arches?
They were dumb until fucking because those two. Did you see the history of McDonald's? The fucking idiots that created McDonald's.
Ray Kroc.
Ray Kroc pimped them out of McDonald's.
Get the fuck out of here! Really?
Okay. The original McDonald's people.
Yeah.
They get money.
Yeah.
But Ray Kroc invented
franchising the thing out,
and he franchised McDonald's. And Ray Kroc. That cocksucker, because he started out selling the milkshake machines to all the places. Then he got to Ray Kroc, and he's like, because the brothers, their innovation, that the original McDonald's guys, their innovation was cook burgers, a lot of burgers now, like as opposed to, okay, order and then I'll make you a big burger. They invented like fucking hurry up and take your burger right this second.
Now get the fuck out.
And then Ray's like, holy
Fast
shit.
food.
And Kroc took over, but I think the descendants of those two assholes that fucking end up selling the fucking.
They don't have
They
shit.
sold it to Kroc. That fucking those idiots, the McDougal brothers,
McDougal.
and now Ray Kroc is people know him for that, but he changed it to the M. Like he's the motherfucker that did this shit. He's like, why would this be called McDonald's and there's only half a M? And this motherfucker,
know that.
There, now we know. Right?
Now we know. You know something? Educational fucking programming we do on a daily basis.
History Channel's
this
great.
Is channel fucking 13. This is fucking public television.
But he was there day one. This guy,
fucking.
So this is amazing that they would play him out like
how
this.
How does Ray Kroc see that shit? Like how does Ray Kroc look and go? I could make a fortune on this.
Oh, you know what he made all his money on before?
What?
Ray Kroc was a hustler. He was a pimp. He made all his money from selling cups to restaurants. He just sold cups. You need cups, nigga?
What, paper cups?
He went out and garnered.
That's how he did it.
He went out and garnered the cup.
Man, I got some cups for
Nigga,
you.
I got cups, nigga.
I got
and
some
they
cups and shit.
What the fuck? Your people don't drink? Well, yes, they do. Well, I got cups, nigga. Buy your cups from me. Ray Kroc. Or else, nigga. You know me. I'm the Crocs of fucking New Jersey, nigga. So, and he fucking, then this motherfucker, they sold milkshake things, but then he said, hold the fuck up. He ended up getting one that makes 5 milkshakes. He saw the fat boom. He saw motherfuckers,
Yes.
I want a lot of milkshakes now.
Now, before this, I guess you'd go to like the drugstore and say, hey, give me a burger, Pete.
Yep.
And I'll have a milkshake. And he goes, okay. And does that, wow, wow, wow. Makes the milkshake. It takes a long time. He's cooking the burger.
Yep.
And then this guy decides, you know what? We could fucking make all this shit in quantity.
With the
and people
milkshake
wait
machines,
online.
the McDonald's brothers, I forgot their actual names. They the ones that said they were selling so many burgers that they got the big ass grill to make a lot of burgers quick.
Yeah.
And Kroc saw something in that. He said, "Damn,
See, that's an
damn."
insightful gentleman, though, being able to see that.
Well, let's get back to this guy. He gave 50 years of service.
Yeah, 50. Let's see.
Someone
Maybe
else
there's
saying
some-
the arch is because it's from St. Louis, but
What? Is
McDonald's started in St. Louis, and maybe they're just doing the
arch?
The arch from.
It
It started
wasn't
as
the
that.
M.
Right. Okay. Here's the story, and the guy given 50 fucking years, and he gets a cake, gifts. When it's listed as gifts, you know they're shitty things.
Now, what's
a jersey.
What's your idea on how if they're gonna take this angle, like
they're gonna
go sport?
This is a wonderful human
This is a
interest story.
feel-good story after they just did
This
a
is
half
feel-good.
hour on all the blood and mayhem
Yeah.
in their city. Here, they always have to end the newscast with a feel-good story, and here's today's.
Man to have worked there nonstop for the past 50 years. Fox News' John Obel has today's golden anniversary under the golden arches.
Leonard, you got to be pretty proud of what you've done.
I am.
In fact, he's loving it. 68-year-old Leonard Romberg.
All right, stop it.
Oh,
Dave.
shit. Wait a minute. Who's that guy? How long has he been there?
It looks like he's getting a cake soon.
He's loving this.
68-year-old.
68 years old.
He's been working here for before there was.
And his bad hip.
I remember when there was a whites-only bathroom up in this bitch.
Leonard, could you back up a little?
He does, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
All right.
Let's go. Oh, my God.
68-year-old Leonard Romberg started working at the same McDonald's when he was 18 and just out of after
Yeah,
high
stop it
school.
there.
I'm sorry. Is Leonard doing his own?
It's his own story.
Leonard, me, has been working at the same McDonald's.
Oh, this dolt.
At the same McDonald's when he was 18 and just out of Afton High School. Now he's been there longer than it takes one to say 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickle, onion on a sesame seed bun.
Back when I started, there were 15-cent hamburgers, and gradually got more and more and more. And
So they got better and better and better, I was told to say.
yeah, well,
The Hillmeyer family.
All right, hold
who
on,
has
hold on,
owned-
hold on. Stop the tape. I got this figured out.
This is horrendous.
Now I know why they didn't give him anything good.
This is horrendous. Why?
He's fucking retarded.
No.
No, he's not.
It said, yes, he is. It said McDonald's busboy. He's 50 years. He's been cleaning up fucking trays. The guy should be head of the fucking company.
Wait, in 50 years they don't even allow him to make the stupid French fries?
No!
How hard is that to
he
just
walks
dip,
around
dip
cleaning
that?
the trays up. This guy is fucking like Bill. You ever see the movie Bill with fucking Mickey Rooney? I'm making coffee. It's Wild Bill's Coffee Shop. Oh, boy. And he's a fucking retarded guy. They drag him out of an institution and realize that he wasn't really retarded, but they institutionalized him when he was a kid.
Can you be a diligent servant for 50 years and be retarded?
Because all he's got to do is clean
That's
up
all you
the
have to worry
fucking
about.
trays
He's not
and dump them out.
Yeah, he's not distracted by
He
thinking
gets
about
up-
pussy and reading
He
and
came
shit.
with the fucking store. Every time that store changed hands, he was part of the property.
'Cause no one
Just
wanted
like
to
the
be-
fucking shake machine, the fridge, the fucking grill, and the retard.
Because no one wanted to be the guy to fire him.
No, you'd be a prick.
Yeah, the
And he
community
probably makes
would be
nothing.
outraged.
He makes nothing, and he looks a little off.
All right, let's see. Maybe it's just old age, though. Aaron.
No, that guy's fucking retarded.
Maybe-
Leonard,
maybe
Leonard
his-
is a dolt.
Maybe his arteries are clogged.
Leonard is a dope.
we got more and more and more. And
So they got better and
All
better
right.
and better, I was told to say.
yeah, well,
The Hillmeyer
Rewind that.
family
Rewind
who has
that.
owned-
Rewind that to the first more. You don't say if you're not retarded. You don't say more and more this many times. Listen. Listen.
Wait. Don't wait. Before you play it.
Wait. There's
Before
another
you
observation.
play
go
it.
first.
Before you play
And he
it.
tried to get him another
Wait a
more in
minute,
at the end.
There's some
So
other
you
shit
gotta be
going on.
saying that the reporter is retarded too, because instinctively you would not say the entire 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce,
Exactly.
cheese. All you have to do is go, but faster than you can say 2 all-beef patties.
Yeah.
That motherfucker said the
whole
whole
thing?
thing.
Patrice, I got a theory on that too. You know how they send the Asian to the Asian stories, the black guy to the black stories, the white guy to the white stories? They sent a retard to the retard story.
Oh.
Leonard is an idiot.
Wait. Someone's saying that 2 old beef patties thing is a Burger King.
No, that's Big Mac. Tell him to shut
All
the
right.
fuck up.
Special sauce line?
Yeah, special sauce. A fucking
Yes.
it's ketchup and
All right. I
And
thought I
that guy
might
is
have
a
something.
relish and
dope.
mayonnaise.
Burger King has the
No, it's
Whopper.
Russian.
Oh, my
Russian
God.
dressing.
And
On the Big
and
Mac.
I'm getting some something from Steve. We're gonna get who are we getting on?
Leonard.
Which one's Leonard?
He's the guy.
guy.
Oh, and
Holy shit.
And
Fantastic.
oh my God, this could be one of our better bits.
Oh,
Steve
no.
writes. Steve writes. Talks super loud. He's deaf.
Oh, no.
Radio gold coming up.
All right, strap in. Strap
Wait,
in.
we got to
Put
do the
on your
rest of the story
harnesses.
first. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Let's do the rest of the story. There was another observation. 50 years of service, so they're going to throw him a little party.
Yeah.
They don't even fucking close the McDonald's for an afternoon.
Oh, my
His
God.
family shows up with 3 shitty balloons.
They had it in the back with the kids'
But
slides.
Look, there's people eating, and it's like Leonard's big day.
They had it and it didn't even close the
Right.
fucking McDonald's.
Here we go.
Cent
Watch, just see the
hamburgers.
shitty balloons.
Listen,
And
more and more.
gradually got
What?
more and more and more. And
So they got better and better and better, I was told to say.
yeah, well,
That sounds like an old man. It doesn't sound
No, it sounds like old retarded, man. If you saw this movie, Bill, he sounds just like Bill.
You're convinced he's retarded.
He sounds just like Bill. He's not like, mongoloid retarded or anything. He's just fucking, he's one of those guys that probably was a little slow. And then he learned how to dump out fucking trays.
And let's be honest here. Mm-hmm. Okay, he started at 18. Okay.
18
years old.
50
But that's
fucking
not
years.
retarded. He's an 18-year-old boy who starts at McDonald's. That's not retarded. Like a retarded boy who starts at McDonald's is 28.
It's a different time, Patrice. I think he's retarded. We'll know soon.
You see the shitty balloons?
Yeah.
Two yellow balloons and 2 red balloons. Continue, because we got to get Leonard on.
The Hillmeyer family, who has owned the restaurant for nearly 50 years, threw Leonard a party. People came by to shake his hand.
No, they came by for
lunch. Serve a commemorative cake, and he had his picture taken.
Let's give him a big round of applause.
Wow. 50 years, you get your
The
picture
guy
taken.
who still calls himself the cleanup man cleaned up. He was given a shirt sharing the number 50 with Cardinal pitcher Adam Wainwright.
The shirt doesn't
And he
fit
munched on an Angus burger as we spoke during a
All right, pause
break
this.
before he
Here,
got back.
pause this. After 50 years, they give him a fucking burger.
Because he's retarded.
He wants anything but a
He loves
burger.
it. Give him a pinwheel. He'll fucking smile. He's retarded. Man. I'm fucking banking this guy's retarded. And right now, this is a sit-down interview. They're sitting down. He's got the burger. You listen to him. Now, I haven't heard this. I'm putting myself out on a limb here. I haven't heard this. But I don't think the theory of relativity is coming out of this motherfucker's mouth right now when they talk to him. Why? He's going to be eating a burger and babbling like an idiot.
And he's taking little retarded nibbles.
Yeah, look. It looks like a rat's been, eating his burger.
Hi, Leonard. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah.
Hi, Leonard. Congratulations on 50 years of service at McDonald's.
What?
Congratulations on 50 years of service at McDonald's.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. We saw the news story.
Did you?
Yes, yeah, and you've been there in the same store for 50 years?
50 years!
That's right. That's right.
Fantastic. How many days have you taken off? Have you ever taken a vacation?
Oh, yeah, I get vacations.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do on vacation, Leonard?
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh, my
Ask him
God.
what,
You
ask
work
him
for the
what year
Opie and
the first
Anthony
black
Show?
man was in McDonald's.
Yes.
Oh.
Leonard, do you remember what year was the first Negro allowed in McDonald's?
Oh, I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Was it during the time you were there? Probably, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah, I would think so.
Before that, I don't know.
Hey, Leonard, do you like those people?
Do I like what?
Leonard,
Yeah.
do you eat McDonald's every day?
Well, not every day.
No?
Most of the time, no, I do. A lot of times.
Do you get it for free?
If I'm working.
Oh, they don't give it to you for free if you're not working?
Leonard, what did your scumbag owners get you for 50 years of service?
What kind of gifts did you get?
What kind of what?
Gifts!
Gifts!
Well, I got some gift certificates, that's all.
That's it? For 50 years?
Told you. The shitty gifts.
Yeah.
What, gift certificates for what, Leonard?
For being here 50 years.
No, what were the gift certificates for?
Yeah, what can you get with them?
Right.
Food.
But you work at a McDonald's. Leonard, do you
Ask him, was he
remember?
happy with the gifts, man?
Do you remember when the bathroom said white and colored?
No.
Oh,
Heard that
just asking. A little history.
Was he? Did he deserve? Did you think he deserved more gifts?
Patrice, yell at him.
Leonard,
Yes.
were you satisfied with those with what you got for your 50 years of service?
Well, I was satisfied.
Did you think you?
He's not
now, let me ask you
satisfied.
a question, Leonard. Have you ever gone for a promotion?
No.
Why? You're only a
I
bus.
didn't want to.
Why?
I just didn't want to.
Did they ever offer you a better position at McDonald's?
Yeah, I was offered it twice.
What was the better position?
Being a manager.
A
And
manager?
you said no. Why, Leonard?
Yeah, why would you say no to that?
Isn't it more money?
Not that much.
So more aggravation, but not that much more money.
Yeah.
Now, if they had paid you maybe triple what you're making now, you might consider it.
Well, it could be, maybe.
Are you working now, Leonard?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're working right now?
That's right.
Is your boss there?
Yeah.
Can we please speak with your boss?
You want to talk to my manager?
We would love to. Oh, is it a hole?
247. Damn, that's cheap. Did I hear 247?
It's a whole thing.
Hi, is the
Susan?
manager there?
I'm a manager.
What?
Susan, this is the Opie and Anthony show. We're very excited about Leonard and his 50 years of service, and we figured we would talk about him today.
Okay.
Now, he's been there 50 years. How long have you been working as his boss?
22 years.
22 years. So about half of his tenure there has been under your leadership.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So you've been covering for his mistakes for the last 22 years?
Yeah.
See,
now, did you have anything to do with the planning of this party that made the news?
I know our owner did it.
Oh, the owner did it. Oh, are you a little taken aback by the fact that he's been there 50 years and really didn't get that much?
I'm sorry, my phone was beeping in when you were talking.
All right.
Well,
do you think he didn't get that much for having been there 50 years?
Oh, he gets a lot.
And Susan, is your name
Yes.
Susan? The question, I'm trying to put this delicately. We saw the story, and we were touched by it, and we wanted to know if Leonard is, you can't say the same stuff you could say in 1940, which is, rhymes with E-arted. But is he a little slow or a little bit learning kind of disabled or anything like that?
No, but as you get a little old, you get a little handicap. You can't quite keep up.
So, but what about the 30 years before?
How hard is it to mop?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Like the 30 years before, like he's 68 now. How about when he was, say, 22 years ago, when he was, what, 40?
45.
45?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Is his mind really sharp?
Yes.
Wow, am I wrong on this?
I think he's a shrewd guy. I just think
Yeah.
we want to know why he never ascended to your level.
We want to know why he never got a real job.
A real job. This is a real job.
Well, maybe a promotion.
No, to your level. Why didn't he? Isn't he at least your same? Like, why wouldn't he go to management? That's what we're trying to figure out.
He didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
He was the maintenance man originally.
Maintenance man.
Wow.
And now he's like a
And
busboy?
Now he can't lift and do the trash and do the maintenance, so now he's the lobby man.
Okay.
And what is that? What is his actual duties? What does he have to do?
He cleans the dining room, talks to the customers,
Yeah.
fills lids,
Talks to the
draws,
customers.
napkins, takes out.
Now, do you worry about him doing things
I
to the
got
burgers?
No, he don't go back with the burgers.
Oh, you don't let him fuck with the
no.
food?
No.
He does the cleanup.
Oh, Susan.
I'll let him touch the food.
We really want to know why he's just the cleanup guy. I mean, you got to let
There's
us in
a
on
story
this.
behind this that
Really?
not coming out. Why is he still just the cleanup guy?
That's what he can do.
Does he get?
Boy, they're not fessing up.
Yes, Susan's funny as hell.
Does he get touchy-feely with the rest of the employees?
Any human resources problems?
Oh, shit.
Is he trying to?
Susan's funny. She can't tell.
Is he trying to spread his own special sauce?
He's back there fucking the burgers.
No.
Susan's hilarious.
I like Susan.
Oh my God, man.
I like Susan a
Susan?
lot.
Well, good old Leonard.
Susan.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, can we talk to Leonard again?
Yeah,
Thank you
just
so
put-
much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Put Leonard on a little more.
Make believe you're a corporate McDonald's guy and you then fire him, please. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Hello, Leonard.
Yeah, this is me again.
Hi, this is Bill Zamwick with McDonald's Corporation. How are you?
This is who?
Bill Zamwick.
Yes.
I'm with the McDonald's Corporation.
Oh, yes.
And you put in 50 years of service with us, I recently learned. And I just want to let you know something has come up. You know, we have been in a recession. You do understand this.
Have been what?
In a recession?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you've heard about that. Leonard, I'm very sorry. We're going to have to let you go.
Okay.
We're going to have to let you go. I'm heartbroken about this. The McDonald's Corporation recognizes your years of diligent service with the company, but you're going to have to clean out your stuff, and we'll let you finish out the week. But on Friday, I'm really sorry you're being terminated.
Okay. Who are you going to replace me with?
Well, we're doing away with the position. It is useless. It's been deemed redundant. There's other people that can do that. I really do apologize for this. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, why don't you just, you know something? Just pack up now and take off.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's pretty much over.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
You gotta call.
No, fuck him!
We don't have to call no one back.
Oh, he hung up. By the way, that wasn't Opie.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
It's all right. What's he gonna do? Walk in front of a bus? Oh shit! Oh my god!
Crikey!
Crikey!
Oh, no!
Oh
no!
What happened to Leonard? Hey, Leonard!
Oh, no!
Leonard jumped in front of a.
Oh, that was so sad.
You're fired!
Oh, poor Leonard.
That's so
no.
sad.
I think he really thought he was fired.
That's so sad.
I feel
Call
bad.
back.
No, I don't give
Call
a shit.
back, please.
No.
Call
The
McDonald's
manager
back.
will tell him he's not fired.
Nope.
Or she'll call corporate and they'll go, he's been there what? Get rid of that motherfucker. He'll be fine. Not going to know. She's probably talking to him right now.
Oh, my heart. That was so sad.
He's probably crying. He's like,
Oh, that was so sad.
what if he doesn't even talk to her and he throws himself on the grill or
Oh,
something?
he just starts cooking himself? That's so sad.
goes out like a burger. He's got so much grease in his clothes, he just goes up like a Hindu.
Oh, poor Leonard.
Poor Leonard. That was pretty fucking cold.
People asking if we're going to be on the air tomorrow.
I don't know.
That's what I
know.
was fucking thinking, man.
Didn't that sound like something we'd get fired for?
That sounded terrible.
Oh, come on.
Let's go
We
to
were
Mike in
funning with
Jersey.
him.
Mike?
Mike?
Yo, I've been listening to you guys for 12 years, and I've never, ever hit my limit, and you just hit my limit. you just told a retarded man who's worked for 50 years that you're going to be fired.
Oh, that's so
that is
sad.
terrible. And you probably will be fired tomorrow.
I hope not.
Someone on Instant Feedback just writes, no prank calls, huh?
Hey, fuck you, Stephen King. You fucking you enlightened us.
Yeah, fuck Stephen
We were
King.
inspired by Stephen King.
That's right.
Oh, Leonard.
I hope Leonard's okay.
Will you call McDonald's? Why won't we call McDonald's back and say, Leonard, we was
There's
joking?
no fun in that. Carrie, what's up?
Yeah, it's the whole thing of not knowing.
Yeah.
Carrie,
We
what's
like,
up?
we like going through our day wondering.
I
Yeah.
want to thank you guys for the years of laughter. I've enjoyed your last program.
Thank you.
Shit.
I like being nervous every time the phone rings when I go home now.
yeah.
I like the phone rings and I go, oh, shit.
Jimmy the Creep writes, that's what I love about the O&A show. Every show could be their last.
No.
Reading from genericshow.com. Leonard probably just went to his car and pulled a gun with a glove.
Oh, fuck those, man. I'm telling y'all.
Oh, no, Leonard.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, poor Leonard. Like, he thinks they light him off. I know.
no. Fuck. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, well. What can I tell you? Oh, well. Larry King is checking in, Anthony.
No, I meant a Hindu because sometimes Hindus like protest by dousing themselves in gas and lighting themselves on fire. Cat.
Larry.
Thanks. She thought I meant Hindenburg and said it wrong.
Okay. Gentlemen, how important are your jobs?
Oh, Larry.
Larry. It's Strange Machine from Dallas writes, it's times like these I wish you guys had a hole.
Yeah. See, the hole would have been, oh, no, Leonard. It's okay, Leonard. You still have a job. Oh, no. I know.
Leonard's little old mental voice was just...
Well, let's see how...
He did sound a little, like, down. He was like,
let's see the reach of
Okay.
this show. Anybody out there close to this McDonald's? You could, be a
go
reporter
there and
on the
see
scene.
how Leonard is. Where's
I'm
the
curious.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Crestwood, Missouri?
Someone just wrote that I bet you he just ran headfirst into the fryer-later.
Fryer-later. He just put his head in the fryer-later.
Oh, John from Virginia. Tomorrow they're going to find Leonard hanging with the words, Leonard was here, carved into the wall. That's why we got the funniest listeners of radio, motherfuckers.
Oh, shit, Leonard was here. McDonald's redemption.
Oh, jeez.
Stephen S. from Bayshore. I can picture Leonard riding his tricycle away in tears.
Oh, his big wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh,
So bad. I wish that character that I play on the radio didn't do that. Sometimes I pass by the McDonald's I used to work at, and I know I don't work there no more. I could smell the French fries and burgers, but it's long gone. My job's over. I was fired the other day by some stranger on the telephone. Life just goes too fast. I don't think they'll miss old Leonard much. So I'm leaving. Just gonna toss this rope over this beam and clumsily kick the fucking stool out with my old man shoes.
Instead of tossing the rope over the beam, he could toss his big tongue over the beam.
And he probably has
himself his own tongue.
He probably has a pet sesame seed bun that he kept on his shoulder.
Oh, Anthony.
Yeah.
What would management say?
I have a comment, official comment.
I'm sorry. I did so many bad things.
There.
You said
Thanks.
something though in that that actually made it make sense for me.
Yeah.
I just got fired by a stranger on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
He was talking to a radio station, and then all of a sudden, the manager gives him the phone. And
Susan is probably rolling right now.
it's one of the Susan's laughing her ass off.
Susan isn't appreciating the fact that this guy has been there 50 years. She's been doing all the work for 22 of those
That
years.
actually makes me feel better that you would actually add that. And here's the thing that's funny: that you had to figure it out yourself. Like, oh shit, this is kind of dicey. But it's like, nah, a stranger just fired you. You fucking idiot.
It doesn't happen like that over the phone.
You know what,
the day after his big party.
Leonard is retarded.
Leonard's stupid.
Stephen S. from Bayshore again. I just pretend you were playing a tape of an old bit you did years ago. That's a good way to look at it.
She won't let him back with the food.
Huh?
She won't let him go
Leonard
back up.
he fucks the
fucking
He's doing
burger.
something. He's doing something. Oh boy, Brian and Callie. Brian
puts his dick in the McNuggets.
Brian.
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
Good, man.
Hey, guess who was the hole on that called McDonald's? Patrice O'Neal was the hole.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear that old man, you cruel piece of garbage? That motherfucker went, huh? If he believed it for a second, that retarded 50. He's been working at McDonald's longer than I've been alive. He has 50 years of grease under his nails.
Oh shit!
And he thought he was fired. They won't let him back with the burgers. This motherfucker's a mess. You cocksucker! What? Jesus, evil bastards!
That was bad.
It was sad for a second.
Was sad. I was getting.
I didn't
a little
say
sad.
stop, but I was sad.
His voice was like, oh, okay, okay, I'm fired. Okay.
Yeah, people are saying they can check out the McDonald's. Just go and check it out and call us, please.
Yeah,
Strange Machine in Dallas writes, hope you had a hell of a piss, Susan.
Fucking Fast Times. That's great. Oh, shit.
He'll probably hang himself from the arches. That's cigars and scotch.
Oh, man honored for 50 years of service at McDonald's and completely fucking torn down here in a matter of minutes.
Wow.
It's just
And the reason we
50
called
years.
was because we were mad at the fucking owner.
When you go, Leonard, this is
I don't even remember the name.
I'm from the main office. Leonard said he got happy And then that's when I went, fuck. He went, yes? Yes?
Like this was his big.
Like
they finally noticed me after 50 years of
I'm gonna
service.
tell you what Leonard said.
Balloons, they
Let me
gave me a
tell you
cake,
what-
but here comes the car.
He was hoping. He said the same. He had the same excitement as the guy at the bottom of the ship. That was in the oil on Waterworld.
That motherfucker. We've got about 6 yards of the black stuff.
Leonard thought he was going to be killed.
Yeah.
And his family would be taken care of.
Right.
He went, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you was like, there is a recession. And he went, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's when it started hurting. And I'm like, don't do it. Just don't get him emotionally. If he had said, go fuck yourself, you're the radio guys, you would go, Leonard.
Yeah.
And then,
Hey, Leonard's on to us.
you think Leonard might be, this is what's happening right now. Leonard is in the back crying on top of a box of FedEx
Frozen
ketchup packets. And Susan's going, they were radio guys, Leonard. You're
It's
okay.
No, kid, get back.
She's
Dry
consoling
your
this
eyes.
fucking asshole
Susan,
while her
she's laughing, too.
garbage is piling up.
No trays left. They're all stacked up on the fucking garbage cans.
Oh, fuck balls, man.
The Opie and Anthony Podcast.
Now we got Brad Thor in studio, a respected author.
Yes.
And now we're going to talk about a guy I don't respect, and he's also an author, Brad.
Who's that?
Tucker Max.
Tucker Max. All right, let's talk about
I truly believe he just tells a lot of lies.
Yeah, that was like he was fibbing or something during his interview with us, talking about doing things with girls and videotape. Wasn't it the video and the closet? I don't know. You'll hear it in this.
Yeah,
but
and we're like, what happened? What happened to the video? And he's like, well, when the guy fell out of the closet, it broke the camera or something.
His story fell apart during
I got a
the
girlfriend.
questioning.
She's in Canada.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't introduce you, but she's out of town right now.
It got really uncomfortable.
I don't like Tucker Max because I think he's a liar. Period. I'm not completely certain because I don't hang out with the guy, but I think he just lies. And we broke him down live on our show a few years back.
Come on, yeah, take a seat, my friend.
Highly entertaining.
Don't mind us.
Highly entertaining and thoroughly reprehensible. The New York Times.
That's what they said.
Look at you, Tucker Max. I hope they serve beer in hell is the name of the book.
What is it about? What's the? It's about everything I do in my life. It's just about me. I'm not good at doing anything else except writing about myself.
All right, good.
Wait, so hold on. I can curse and stuff. We're on.
Oh,
satellite
yeah.
phone?
You fucking
All right.
can.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Say a curse for us.
All right, fuck.
You can't. The only thing you can't do is put profanity. Like you can't. The only regulation you have is you can't mix and match like a verb with profanity. Like
Right.
you can say like a cunt fart is fine, but cunt cunt sniffing is unacceptable.
You got it?
You got it.
All right.
All right.
So what's the book about? It's your life,
it's
basically?
a bunch of short stories about like stuff that happened to me. I mean, I'm just an average, 20-something idiot that goes out and gets drunk and does stupid shit. Except I just write about it. That's pretty much it. Like, I mean, like one time I hooked up with this girl and went back to her place and she was in the after we were done. She was in the bathroom, like peeing so she wouldn't get a UTI, and I had to throw up. I was so drunk, and I couldn't, I couldn't go in her bathroom, so I just threw up under her bed. And then so she came back, she came back out and we started hooking up again. And then next thing I know, I'm hearing this jingling noise and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so I stop. I think it's, like the bed moving or, from sex. And then I stop and she's like, the noise is still going. And she's like, oh, that's just my dog. He always licks himself when, when I'm having sex. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, he's not licking himself. He's eating the vomit. And so there I am like, having sex or fucking, I guess, on XM. I'm fucking this girl, and the dog is like, I almost couldn't stay hard. I had to focus. Normally you gotta, focus to hold it in. I had to focus just to stay hard.
I had a chick. This is true too. Not long ago, she was blowing me, and I fucking like when I come. You know how it is when you like if a girl's blowing you, fucking push your hips, and I'm a shooter. Like
Right.
I fucking blast, and I fucking crammed it, and I hear. And I've never actually had it happen, all over my fucking balls and on my
Threw
bed.
up? Yeah.
Dude,
It's happened
did
to
she?
me. It's in the book, dude.
And
Yeah.
she's like, I'm sorry.
He's like, yeah, it's in the book, dude.
She's like, I'm sorry. I ate a muffin before I came. I had muffin all over me.
No, the best. My favorite blowjob story. I got two favorites. One is this girl took me, like back to her place. She was like kind of chunky, but she kind of had that look like she could suck the fuck out of you,
Yeah.
So we go back to her place and I take off pants and we're sitting on her sofa and she's blowing me. It was like unbelievable, like the type of blowjob that makes your ankles sweat, And so she gets up like afterwards, I guess, to go wash out her mouth or whatever. And I stand up and put my pants on, and there's a huge skid mark on her white sofa from me. I didn't know what to do, because like it was the worst part was like this. She comes out of the bathroom and I'm like, oh my god, and so I couldn't flip the sofa like the cushion in front of her. So so I sweep her up all romantically and carry her in the bed. Well, I kind of had to lug her in the bedroom, but and then after I hooked up with her 4 or 5 times or whatever until one of us she passed out. And then I went and flipped the cushion after she was asleep.
A big fucking brown skid mark.
That or the time this one time this girl burped, like she swallowed and then burped.
Wouldn't it have been funny
excited.
if when you turn the skid mark cushion over, there was
There's
another one
skid
on the
mark?
other side from some other guy.
Facing the other way.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, let's go to Brett in Boston. Brett, what's up?
Hey, Opie, how's it going, bud?
Hey.
Hey, so this guy, Tucker Max, I guess he's got a website, right? I've read a bunch of his stories, but they're the ones that are just on the edge of believable. But if they're true, he's a stud. So Tucker, can you tell the story about your Tucker tries butt sex story?
Oh, yeah, all right. That's the one everyone asked for. All right, this story. This is a true story. I was maybe 20, 21. It was spending a summer in Florida when I was in college, and I met this one girl. She was really hot, and I had never tried butt sex before, and I really wanted to. So I kept trying to convince this girl, and she wouldn't. She's like, no, I don't know. And so I finally convinced her. I'm like, look, it's like she wanted to be a runway model. That's why she was living in South Beach. I was in Florida at the time. And I'm like, it's what all the models do, blah, blah, blah. And so I finally convinced her by convincing her that, like, it was like the European way to have sex. This is, like, the level of intelligence of this girl. And so, anyway, but she's like, you have to take me to a nice dinner, and it's got to be like a production. So I take her out, and we go to some restaurant, Tantra, actually, and I spent like $400 on this girl on dinner, and 2 like good bottles of wine and whatever. So she's totally ready, and we go back to my place. And what I hadn't told her, and you got to remember, I was like 20 or 21 at the time. And, like, I'm kind of an asshole now, but I was possibly the worst person on earth at this point in my life. So what I hadn't told her was that my buddy and I decided that since this is going to be the first time I'd had butt sex, that I wanted to videotape it, right? But instead of just, like, setting up, like, a camera, this is, like, 9 years ago, so it was before, like, like, really cheap cameras. We had, like, one of the, like, this sort of shoulder ones.
Yeah.
Right. They had, like, the VHS, sort of like that, except the crappy
great.
version. Right. And so my buddy hid in the closet with the camera and was going to film us. Like, so he was hanging out at my place, and then he saw us pull up, and then he was going to go run in the closet and hide. And so I was so shit-faced by the time that I got back. At this point, I had pretty much forgotten that he was in there. So we go in, we start kissing, whatever, and then she's like, okay, I'm ready. And so I bought, like, one of the big industrial, like, this size of, like, Astroglide. Like, it's, like, huge. Because I didn't know, what the fuck do I know about ass sex, And so I'm figuring, well, a little bit's good, so more is better. So I basically now here I am filming this girl, but at the same time I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to hurt her anus. So I pretty much, like, uncap it and just stick it in her ass and just squeeze. And I emptied, like, half the bottle because I'm thinking, you got to put enough in to make sure, because I don't know how much it takes. What do I know, right? And so this is, like, pretty much pre-internet porn, and like I thought you could just spit on your dick and like, no, that's only in porn movies, right?
Prison.
Yeah,
that's the prison way, right?
So I fill her up with this stuff, and then of course I slide right in, no problem, and everything's going great for a while, and and we start going harder and harder, and she's more into it, and I'm more into it. And like I'm right about to come, and I'm slamming hard, come way in and out, and I come out too far. And I kind of like, I come out and I like, hit her butt or something. So I go down to put myself back in, and all of a sudden I feel this like warm splash on my hand. Here, this, and I'm like, what? The lights are kind of low, so I look down, and it's like kind of dark, and I'm like, wait a minute. and then the smell hits me. She shit all over my dick, and it wasn't just like poop. It was like watery diarrhea, fucking mix of like diarrhea and Astroglide. And so like the smell hits me, and it was like, oh my! And then of course I realized she shit on my dick, and then combine that with like the seafood and the 2 bottles of wine, and I just I blew all over her ass, like in her asshole, everywhere. And so I'm throwing up, and she's like kind of hammered, so she like turns around, she's like, Tucker, what are you doing? She sees me throwing up, she goes, oh my god! She starts throwing up everywhere. So I'm seeing her throwing up, and it's making me throw up. I'm throwing up more. All of a sudden, true fucking story, my fucking buddy falls out of the closet. And he's like, oh my god, because he saw us and smelled it. I mean, you can imagine the smell. And, it's like seafood and wine and Astroglide and shit. And he fucking is throwing up everywhere. So, like, there's like a 3-second period where all 3 of us are staring at each other, vomiting everywhere.
That video would be like...
Yeah, I know. You have no idea how upset I am. I don't have that. I know. And so anyway, so she like, of course freaks out. Oh, I thought you loved me. I can't believe you did this. Throws, the sheet, like wraps the shit and Astroglide stained sheet around her. Runs out of my apartment, like leaves her clothes, everything. I still to this day don't know how she got home. Like I called her, 3 or 4 times. Are you okay? Whatever. She ended up changing her phone number. Like the girl who introduced us, she wouldn't return her calls. I don't know how she got home. But yeah, it was. I didn't get my deposit back on that apartment either.
Nah,
we couldn't get the smell out. We tried for days. Good
boy.
It was disgusting.
You're a good boy.
Let's go to Steve in Houston. Steve.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Tucker Max, holy shit, you are the king shit. Your stories are some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. But
thanks.
I had 2 questions. The first of which was, how did that lawsuit ever come out?
Which one? Yeah. There's been like 3.
The Miss America?
Miss Vermont, yeah. The story is this girl, I like hooked up with this girl for about a month, and like, it's no big deal. I met her at the gym. We ended up going to dinner, getting drunk, fucking like that night, whatever. So she's a slut, no big deal. Like, God bless her. But she has this website where she claims to be like abstinent and like sober, and like she sets herself up as like a role model for little girls. So I wrote a story after like, a month of this. I wrote a story, just the true story about our relationship, and I used a real name, and I never ever use real names except for my own. And hers was the only one because I was just calling her out as being a hypocrite. And so she sued me and lost. She ended up, we removed the case to federal court, and they ended up withdrawing their claim because they were going to get smoked. So, I mean, I won, but it was like, it wasn't like it was a big deal that like, the case at first because it was like an internet landmark, whatever, First Amendment case, but I won. Is all that matters.
Well, the other thing was, I got to say that Sushi Pants has to be my favorite story of all of them.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
God damn. Makes you put all of it in a book.
Money.
Yeah.
It's a fucking smart move.
just-
We're doing
pretty
26
much.
on the Times bestseller list, right?
Yeah, I hit 2
Great,
weeks on
dude.
the bestseller list, and like the best part was like there was no book reviews, like no one would review it because like, oh, this is whatever, frat boy humor.
Of course, those
but-
snobby douchebags.
Right, exactly.
How'd you get a buzz going on this book? Then?
My website, dude. My website.
So your website was popular
yeah.
before the book, I'm
Mhm.
assuming? Okay.
Yeah, the book is like half stories from the website, half new stuff.
Right.
And I get like 1 million visitors a month to my site. I get a ton of traffic, and so I've got like a bunch of fans. So
When did you start the website?
website started in 2002. Yeah, like it was funny. I sent not none of these exact stories, but basically these stories I sent them out to publishers and magazines like 4 years ago. And I mean, dude, I could not have gotten turned down any hard. If I'd been a hunchback at Playboy Mansion, I would have gotten more action. Every single person told me it was shit. So I'm like, whatever. I put up a website, and then it like blew up, and then everyone was like, oh yeah, we love you now.
A lot of people are just out of touch, man. They judge the content. If it's a fucking spy novel or a war novel where people are having their heads blown off, it's fine. But you're dumping a load in some girl's fucking back after she shits on the bed and throw up, all of a sudden, people have a problem with it.
Anyone accusing you of being like a James Fry, making up stories?
I mean, like, people always like, I don't. It's funny, like half the people say, "Oh, I don't see how this stuff could happen," and the other half are like, "Oh, I have way cooler stories." I guarantee you, there's nothing in there that you guys either haven't done or your friends have done.
I was going to say a lot of these stories sound very familiar. I was in a fraternity,
exactly.
But we weren't smart enough to write down our stories back in the day.
Yeah, fucking you're out, you're getting blown, all of a sudden you're like, hey, you have a dress, I thought you were a girl.
Right.
You
know, like
you would tell the story at the frat house or something. Next thing you know, that you forgot all about it. You don't have it written down for a book.
Yeah, exactly. It's there's nothing in there that any guy who goes out drinking and hooking up hasn't done. It's just like people who don't live life, to the fullest think it's like, oh, this guy's crazy. He got drunk.
Let's go to Eric in New York. Eric.
Hey, Tucker Max.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to say you're my hero, man. You're the fucking funniest guy ever. Next to Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton.
Oh, cut it out, you. Thanks.
Hey, enjoy yourself.
Thank you, man.
All right, bye.
Way to start off strong on a call and then peter out miserably.
Oh, my God, that was awful.
These are my fans.
Do you allow people to, throw their stories up on the site?
No, I have a message board where people can, put up their stuff, yeah, but I'm not sharing the spotlight with anybody on the main site now.
I don't blame you, man.
All right, let's go to Jason in New Hampshire. Jason.
Hey, what's up? Tucker, I just wanted to know if there's ever going to be any more stories about Sling Blade.
Yes, actually, there are. Sling Blade is a buddy of mine who. There's a story in the book that's all about him, and he's like one of those guys who got dumped in high school by his girlfriend, and he's never gotten over it. So he thinks all women are whores, and he just goes crazy every time we go out drinking. Yeah, dude. Chances are he works at a job now. He can't really write anything or whatever, but chances are in the next year or two, I'm gonna make him have his own site, start his own site and write.
All right, right on. Sean in Alabama. Sean. Shawnee. You there?
Yoo-hoo.
All right.
Yoo-hoo.
He's from Alabama. Just be happy he knows how to use a phone.
He didn't know. He's probably talking into the fucking earpiece. Stupid hillbilly. Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, I'm from Kentucky. I can't really make fun of people.
Oh, really?
From
You don't have an
Alabama.
accent.
Yeah.
Any plans for a movie?
Well, actually, I optioned a screenplay.
How you would do that?
Yeah. No, I optioned a screenplay based on one of the stories in the book called the Austin Road Trip story. It's a simple road trip. My buddies and I, go to Austin when we were in law school, and the big climax of the story was when my buddy Sling Blade, who he called about, he literally stopped up a hotel toilet, and that's I didn't think it was possible, but the dude took such a dump that it was overflowing, and I had to, it's after we got back from drinking, I had to shit something terrible, so I end up going down to the lobby, and I can't find the bathroom. Because the way the lobby was arranged, and I ended up shitting my pants all over and running around the lobby, and I got kicked out of. I got banned from Embassy Suites forever. Yeah, I shit all over. It was awful. It was so embarrassing. I shit all over myself, and I get back up to the hotel, up to the room after I finally found a bathroom halfway through shitting myself, and I get back up and I'm covered my whole back is covered in shit because I'd been running around the lobby, and my buddy literally tore an ab muscle. He was laughing so hard at me.
Did he?
He's a cocksucker, right? Of course, because it's his fault, right?
Yes, he is right.
By the way, if you do that movie, I want to play the big piece of shit that clogs the toilet.
Let's go to Kent.
I've been gearing up for that role for years.
It's Kent.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
It's a role I've meant to play my whole life.
Kent, the movie guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I gotta call this guy out. There's no way I believe that story about the chick and the Astroglide. And I'm in the Pal Talk room right now, and pretty much no one else believes him either.
The what room? Pal Talk?
Pal Talk. You're on
They have cameras
video
here.
conferencing,
Yeah.
Kent. That's your prerogative, Kent.
Well, I was a little suspicious when he was telling the story because I'm wondering, you have to have the tape.
No, dude, it was you remember the the big cameras where you put the VHS tape in? He fell out and the little tape itself broke. Of course, the magnet, it's magnetized. So we could have easily gone and changed it, but it's I didn't think, it's remember you said you don't write down your stories at 20. I didn't write this stuff down at 21. I started writing it down at 27, And so I just didn't think about we should save this tape. The tape was broke. I was fuck it, just whatever. I didn't, it didn't occur to me that I was going to ever do any of this shit. If I had known I was going to become a writer, motherfucker, I would have, gone through hell and high water to save that tape. Are you kidding? Yeah, I mean, you know how much money I've cost myself? That I could have charged. I could have charged $10 a person. And
I was in a frat. Me and the boys would have figured out how to save that tape. Let's be honest. We would have figured something out.
Hell yeah, man! If somebody fucked me in the ass and threw up on me, I would want that tape saved. I mean,
let's go to
food. All right.
Let's go to angry little fellow. Angry.
What's up, Tucker? What's up, fellas?
Hey,
boys.
What up?
Hi.
Tucker, I came across your website when I was
wipe off the screen. LOL. No.
Yeah. Anyways, I came across your website when I was looking for absinthe online. Did you tell them about driving into the donut shop yet?
No, it's. I mean,
it's a
I
great
can't
story.
tell the whole
story. Hear that.
I mean, it's 18 pages in the book. I got shit faced on absinthe, And this girl, and I was like really drunk, and this girl she's like, oh, I'm too drunk to drive home. You got to drive. And I was like, all right. So I ended up driving her home, and then she like had me drop her off at her like apartment building, and she's like, we'll go find parking place, and when you find it, then come up. And I couldn't find a parking spot, and I was fucking pissed off at her. So I ended up like parking, I found a spot, and it was like kind of too small, but I was still trying to cram the car in there. And I ended up jumping the curb and like running the back of the car into a donut shop and like crashing the window down and shit. And so then I just I got all scared, so I just pulled the car off and like parked it somewhere and threw the keys like in the bushes and then like went home. I didn't even go up to her spot. Yeah, so I mean, like this, you got to read the story.
When you condense 18 pages into like
it's not it's funny. Yeah,
a sentence.
Was there ever a police report?
No, dude. I looked and looked and looked, and I never found one.
I remember one time I was in Colorado back in like '96, and I was fucking horny, and Boulder,
right?
And I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting legs. I don't know anybody in Colorado, and I went to a Christmas party, and then I snuck back that night. And I went downstairs, and I had my way with the little girl, and then I snuck away, and nobody ever figured out what happened.
I just hear another tragedy just befell that family.
Well, let's go to Nathan.
Horrible.
Let's go to Nathan and Jericho.
Hey, man.
What do you say, Nate? Welcome aboard.
Hey, Jerry, I love you, buddy. How you doing?
All right.
Listen, Tucker, I just wanted to thank you because it's really nice to see somebody actually document some of the crazy stuff that goes on. This stuff does happen, and I think most of the time it's really just it's likely to happen when you pay attention to a girl, and I don't think a lot of guys realize that you're able to do a lot of this stuff. Once you actually listen to her, she'll pretty much let you do whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's what I always tell people. I'm like, plenty of people have stories that are just as funny or just as cool as mine.
No
they just
police
don't write
report,
them down. I mean, like if you think about it, it was just a crashed out window in a
just a crashed out
in a donut shop.
I don't think anyone would call the cops on that. All right, let's go to Kyle in Michigan. Kyle.
Yeah,
Hey,
Papa boys.
Hey,
Especially, the Lucky Louie star Jim Norton.
Hi, Kyle. Thanks for calling the program.
Get to the point. Does Max have any good gay or funny stories?
Yeah, we do a segment called Gay or Funny, and people call in with their stories, and then we decide if it's a gay moment or a funny moment.
Both being kind of gay, but one, the humor in it is so much that it takes the gay away.
Like an example would be, and we've all seen this, like a guy dozes off at a party.
Right.
And a bunch of guys stand around with their hogs in his face, and you take a picture. It's kind of gay, but it's more funny, so the funny overrides the gay.
Funny.
Yeah,
when he wakes up and sucks them all, then it becomes hotter funny. LOL.
Fucking silly goose.
Oh, cut it out. You give me those ribs.
And no one calls the cops.
No one does.
I've got one. I didn't really realize at the time. Like when I was living in South Florida, I ended up like hooking up with dating this one stripper, and she was like tall and big fake tits, and she couldn't lubricate on her own. She had a pussy, but couldn't, which happens to some girls. But it turns out that one of my buddies is gay. He thinks that it was actually a post-op transsexual, like in that because she had fake tits, six like about my height, and but can't lubricate.
You're a liar.
Well, that one, I don't know. Post-op transsexual, I think. You feel, here's what it is, and I know I've hooked up with one. That's how I know, and it wasn't on purpose. But you feel the inside is like, it's not lubricating. It is, you're right, it's fucking like a change purse. And it's hard. A tranny pussy, and again, I realize this in hindsight, it's a harder, it doesn't feel natural. There's something about it.
All right, guys, punching out.
All right, take care, man.
Thanks,
Be good.
Yeah, you too.
Godspeed.
All right, let's say hi to Scott in Texas. Scott.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
Hey, we're on with Tucker Max.
Hey, Tucker, what's the name of your book?
I hope they serve beer in hell.
Okay, thanks.
That was it? All right, you wanted to leave him with one more story there, Tucker?
No. They're all right, let me think. I'm trying to think of a short one. I'm trying to think of a short one. Well, all right, this one time, if we're talking about blowjobs, this one time this girl, this was actually one of the first blowjobs I ever got. She was, we were in high school, and we were parked, like, out front of her house, and so it was like, like, we had to be quiet, whatever. And she's like, well, don't come in my mouth. Like, give me a courtesy tap. So I'm like, okay, fine. So, you know, I mean, I was, 17. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Well, I guess I kind of did, but I pretended I didn't. And I blew, I blew my load in her mouth, and she got pissed and spit it in my face. Like, she came up all mad and something in her mouth and right all in my face.
Goddamn liar!
Did she? Wow.
Nice. That's sick. Oh, wow. Let's say hi to Travis the trucker. Travis!
Yeah, man. That dude's a fucking liar. Tell that motherfucker get out this studio. He's a fucking liar. You waited till
You think people are jealous?
Whatever.
Do you think like they're jealous?
I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Maybe they.
I'm a trucker. I go all over the world and fuck bitches. You was 20-7 to write a fucking book. You're a fucking dickhead, you fucking asshole. Get the fuck out the studio. Kick his ass. He's a fucking liar.
Well, the Travis obviously feels one way.
Yeah.
You have to realize
That's one
that
man's opinion.
a lot of people may not that they have boring lives, but they're quote unquote normal, where they have a girlfriend, whatever. They're kind of mellow, and they're not out sticking their dicks in everybody, and everybody's puking and laughing. I mean, they just have more normal experiences.
Okay.
That's what happens sometimes. People,
No, let's
people
get a
can't appreciate.
Let's get a positive call here.
Finer things in life.
Rob in Maryland.
Come in your
Hey,
face.
what's up? Hey, Tucker, I just checked out your website and listened to you guys online. You're a clown, dude. I mean, there's no way these are real, for one. But also, it just sounds like you're just trying to make things up. Everyone has friends that go through and, one-up you and make things up when they're blatantly lying. And that's what it sounds like you're doing.
Okay. You're right. You got me, dude.
Are you calling him a faker?
Oh, without a question.
You got me. Yeah, you're right. You win.
We got to find a good phone call here. Let's go to Mike in Indiana. Mike?
Hey.
Hey.
This is Mike. Hey, I was wondering, how the hell do you get all these girls to take it in the ass? Because I can't get my wife to take
Yeah, a
it in
little
the ass
tip for the
nothing.
guys out there.
Just ask them. What do you mean? How do you get a girl to? Like, just if you hook up with enough girls, there's more than a few of them that like it in the ass or that are willing to try. Just ask them. I mean, if you're married to one and she doesn't want to, then I guess you're shit out of luck. But
get it? Shit out of luck.
Yeah, I guess that's just a car crash, I guess.
All right, let's.
All right, talk to you later.
Thank you.
Let's go to Kevin in North Dakota. Kevin.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, Tucker, I was just wondering, when did you lose your virginity?
16.
Ramon! Tucker takes it up the ass
Jesus.
from trannies!
You ever take it up the ass from a tranny?
No, never.
Moves up his balls and gets his videotaping buddies to gargle them.
Jesus, dude.
Ramon! Tucker Max has a penis the size of an erect gorilla.
What?
What? Who are you, Ted from Yellowstone?
You trash.
Let's go to Darren in North Carolina. Darren.
Yeah, man, I'm calling him out. You can tell the nervousness in his voice. Look at how many times he said like.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, is that it, detective?
Yeah.
He got me.
I think
Is that all you have? Is that all a detective has to do? Is
Yes.
listen
That guy
for the
should
word
be on
like?
CSI. He got me. Yeah.
Well, maybe he's just a little nervous. And sometimes you're on radio, you're
You
aware
may
that-
be getting a call from Oprah Winfrey.
No, well,
She's gonna want to see police reports and videotapes.
No, Oprah's the one he was fucking in the ass.
Yeah, right. I wish I would have. I mean, believe me, if she'd endorsed me, I'd sell books. and
Yeah.
shit. No problem. Thanks, you guys, for having me.
No prob, man. Hope you sell a lot of books.
Where do you live? You in New York?
Yeah.
Cool.
You a New Yorker? Originally, or
No. I just
No?
moved here like 6 months ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Whole new crop.
Yeah, whole new
crop
of girls.
bitches. Bitches.
Will there be a follow-up?
Yeah. It's called Assholes Finish First.
How do you? Yeah, that's gonna be hard to get. In. How are you gonna promote that?
The book?
No.
It'll be like, A asterisk asterisk.
No, actually, like you can put that shit in titles now. Like, there's
You
a
can?
bunch of books that have bullshit in the title. On Bullshit, another
No,
Suck
but I need
Night
to
in Bullshit
promote-
City.
Hey, we
won't
got.
put- They won't put it in the paper.
We got Tippy Tom. He wants to say
They didn't
hi.
put me in the paper before. It didn't. I mean,
Tippy-
what's the difference?
Tippy Tom. Yes.
What's up, Tom?
Hey, Tucker, is it true that you woke up in a bathtub full of ice with a note saying "Get to the hospital right away"? You lying motherfucker!
Missing a kidney.
I think people are a little pissed off because you don't have the videotape. I think that's made a lot of people very
Okay.
uncomfortable, including everybody in this room.
Well, if it fell, I mean,
Not me.
It fell in what?
I don't need no fucking tape.
Absolutely.
You're buying
The stories are hysterical.
Yeah, if it
The
fell, it
fucking
fell.
shit. If he's sitting on the bowl, the fucking logs coming out as some girl sucking on his cock. I don't need no tape. I don't need no nothing.
yeah.
That's funny shit.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And you don't need a police report for that one to back that up.
No, not unless
Rooster,
you
the
bang her
trucker.
head against the porcelain part
Hey,
of
guys,
the fucking
I want
toilet.
to ask Tucker something.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah, you ever fucked an ostrich?
No, that would be crazy. Who would?
That's actually a true story.
How?
Yeah.
What's that, boys?
When
Have a
you're
good
on
day.
acid in a zoo, and you're a rock star.
Right. Nick in New York.
It's happened.
Nick.
Yes. How
What's-
you guys doing?
Good.
Just wanted to say, Tucker Max, you're fucking god.
Oh, good.
And I love your book, and I love all your fucking stories.
Great.
Thanks, man.
I know. O&A, I love you guys too.
And did you have a question?
No, I just want to say, Tucker Max, you're god.
It says how many girls has he hooked up with?
Oh yeah. That's
Oh yeah, that's my question. Boy, are you an idiot?
Wait, who fucked an
Yeah, I
ostrich?
probably am. Actually, I am a fucking
Don't
idiot.
steal that one. That's ours.
What's that?
It was a keyboard tech or something from what band?
That band.
Oh, my phone's a
Ministry.
piece of shit. I can't
Ministry.
hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know what that's from.
Yeah, don't steal that one. That's a good one. All right. Thank you, Tucker Max.
Tucker, thanks, man.
problem. Thanks, man.
I hope They Serve Beer in Hell is the New York Times
Title of the book.
bestseller.
Man, how do you get on the bestseller list? Thank you, sir.
Tucker.
All right.
No, dude.
No, I was looking at the door through the Pal Talk camera because I didn't want to look at it live.
Why don't you go grab mother's cell phone?
Because he saw
Call us from out
he
there.
saw the book fly against the window.
Tell him to call from out there. Get him on the phone from out there before he goes down.
Oh, is that uncomfortable?
Wait. Should we rip it up?
Well, it's a little late.
You know what? I mean, God bless him, but I mean, he doesn't have the videotape of one of the most amazing stories if it's true. The kid fell out. What happened? He fell out onto the tape.
Yeah, but it was just puking
I didn't
and
hear what
shit.
happened to the tape.
He
What happened? Because that would be something
he
you
said
would
something
want.
about it. It was, it was the old days where it was the big
Yeah,
VHS
the clunky
tapes.
VHS.
The guy fell out while he was vomiting, and everybody
And-
was
and it
vomiting,
broke
and
the
it's-
tape?
Yeah, then Monty Python stole it and made a sketch out of it. Really? Did they?
But what?
I like the subtle stuff. Oh, no police report, really? Interesting. What?
Did he? Does it?
Hey,
E-Rock.
Hello, sirs.
Hey, E-Rock.
We're outside here with him.
Tucker.
Wait, what? Tucker?
Yes.
We got a bunch of people on the phone that were like, not calling you out necessarily, but some of them were uncomfortable.
Yeah, we want to allow you to
wanna
defend
defend
yourself. A
yourself.
little bit.
I also want to make sure we left on good terms and stuff because you kind of looked a little bummed when you
Yeah, we
left
don't want a
and-
James Fry situation here, so
Yeah.
we want you to, to defend yourself.
Is everything cool?
I was just in the studio. If they want to talk to me, I'll go back to the studio.
He doesn't want to talk. He said if he wants to talk, he'll come back in the studio.
Well, we can't have any of that.
They just making sure everything, end is good. There
Everything's
was
cool.
some listeners calling about the book. Okay.
What happened?
Yeah, we just want to make sure everything's cool.
What happened?
Okay. Well, he told me to go fuck myself and walked in the elevator, and he's just sitting there with the middle finger as the door shut.
E-Rock's got balls.
E-Rock is great.
All right, E-Rock, thank you.
Beat it, stupid.
E-Rock's had a fine day with this program.
Wow.
Look.
Fucking.
Oh, he's pissed, huh?
Yeah, is he?
Is he?
He's
Look,
embarrassed.
We're not supposed to call him out on it?
Absolutely.
Come on.
There's a crazy story going on. You got your friend videotaping, and he's going to fall out of the closet and break. It has to break through the camera. Then the VHS tape has got to be ruined, and that's the only reason you don't have a tape of this.
Dude, I was rolling at that story.
And if you
until-
ever had a tape like that, you would never tape over it or anything.
When he said he puked on her back, I could almost go with it.
It
But
went
once
too
she
far.
started puking, it's like, do you understand the type of fucking awful radio we do? Like, come on, man, we're not frat guys.
And then everyone started puking.
Everybody's
and-
puking, and the dog started puking, and the bird flew in, and it was puke.
And then my friend rolled out of the closet. He's puking, so then I'm puking more.
And
then
where's the tape?
And then she runs out of the room with a sheet covered in shit
And shit and
puke,
puke.
and wraps it around her, and she blows off her clothes. And he crashes a car into a donut shop, and there's no police report.
I'd say he's full of.
And he just throws the keys in a bush and leaves the car there.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That was a little bit over the top.
You should have left that stuff for the book. But if you knew who you were talking to, like as far as the believability, you would have kept it to a minimum and just went what was obvious. Like what you like.
It was fun at first, and then when he told that story, I felt it in the room. Everyone was getting really uncomfortable. Like somebody's got to call him out on this, man.
I know.
This
Well, it
is
was funny.
crazy.
Ant started going, "Did you? Would you?"
I was just reading Pal Talk, and all they were typing up was, "Oh my God, bravo Sierra, this guy's full of shit. Fuck this liar."
Shenanigans! Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
Yeah, they're like,
You're a liar!
That was